Hey, share the warmth. Welcome to our, technically should be our second, but our first Tuesday training because I was sick last week and didn't do anything. Make sure you say hi in the comments as you pop in so I know you're here. I'm really hoping that this can be something regular that we start doing again. I used to do Tuesday trainings quite often, but in December that kind of stopped happening just because of all the craziness with the holidays and everything. But now that life is sort of starting to get back to normal, I'd like to keep doing these for you guys. So if there are specific topics or questions that you have or things that you feel like you would benefit from learning more about, let me know. I'm open to suggestions. I'm always kind of unsure about what topics we should do first and what you guys think are going to be most important to you. I think I have come up with a good plan for the next few Tuesdays. So we'll see how it goes. So I'm just gonna get started. We're gonna talk about home parties and why you should be doing them, how to do them, the different kinds of parties there are, and then how to get them booked, how to get people to actually book a party with you. Okay, so like I said, make sure that you say hi in the comments when you join in so I know who's here. And please stop me, ask me questions. I would love for this to be more of a conversation than me just talking at you. But I'm gonna talk because I'm good at that. Just stop me if you have any questions. So, first of all, why should you do parties? Why would you wanna do a party? I've been at this for quite a while. I have been with Scentsy for, it'll be 9 years in April. So, when I first started, things were different in terms of social media and the tools that we have literally at our fingertips to help us sell our product. And so back then when I started, we didn't have Facebook parties. Facebook was around, but it wasn't nearly what it is today. There was no live video. It was a lot different. So I relied on home parties and basket parties mostly. And the whole direct sales business, like if you think about Scentsy and when Scentsy got started, it's a party plan business. And the entire business model is based on the home party and selling a product at a home party. That's how this whole thing started. And really, a home party is still my absolute favorite way to do this. Home parties are like the lifeblood of this business. They are what got this business started. And it is possible to run a successful Scentsy business and grow a team and make your sales, hey Melissa, without doing home parties. But I'm going to tell you that it's going to be a lot easier to hit your sales goals, to book more parties, to grow your team if you are out there doing in-person, face-to-face parties, okay? This is your own business, so you can work it however you want. So don't take this as this is what you need to do. I am just giving you my best advice for what works best for me and from what I've seen work best from others as well in the same business. So if you think about a home party, and a lot of people don't do home parties because they're nervous or because they're shy or they don't want to get up and talk in front of a bunch of people. Let me tell you, I've been doing home parties for 8.5 years and I still get nervous before I do them. Okay, so you're not alone. You are not the only one. But if you really break it down and think about what a home party is, you are putting yourself in a situation where you're in a room with however many people, 6, 7, 8 people, who are there expecting you to talk about your business. They're expecting you to talk about the product. They're expecting you to talk about the benefits of hosting a party. They're expecting you to talk about the opportunity of your business. Okay, people just know that that's what happens at a home party. So if they go to a home party, they're not going to sit there and be like, oh, is this chick ever going to stop talking about Scentsy? Do you know what I mean? Like, that just doesn't happen. So you don't have to feel weird or self-conscious about talking about Scentsy at a home party because that's what people are there for. They're there because they want to learn more about it. They want to see it in person. And they most likely are planning on ordering something if they go to a Scentsy party, okay? So you're putting yourself in a room with a group of people who are expecting to learn more, probably planning on ordering. And these are people most of the time that are new to you. These are new contacts. These are people you've never met before. You know your host somehow, however you booked that party. You had a relationship with that host before. But all of her friends are going to be at that party, and you are going to be creating new relationships with everybody at that party. So you are literally going to be growing your customer base by 6, 7, 8, 10, however many people are there every time you do a party. And when you are at a party, it is a lot easier to book more parties from that party. When people are at a party and they're having fun and they're smelling things, and they have testers in front of their noses, they're going to be excited about it. And they are much more likely to say, hey, I think I want to do this too. I want to earn some free stuff and some half price stuff. And then if you do one party and you book 2 parties at that party, okay, you go and do those 2 more parties and you meet 10 more people at each of those parties. And then at each of those parties, you book 2 more parties. And then at each of those 4 parties, you meet 10 more people. Think about how quickly your network and your customer base can grow. You are meeting more people, and it is going to snowball once you just get into the habit of doing in-person parties. So yes, it is nerve-wracking, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be complicated. I've seen so many YouTube videos and stuff out there of people doing Scentsy parties, and they get all crafty and they make these little games to play, and they laminate cards and they're printing pictures, and it doesn't have to be like that, okay? The main thing when you do a home party is that you want it to be easy, because you want it to be replicable. You want your host especially, but everybody at that party, especially your host, you want them to see what you're doing and think, that looks like fun. I could do what she's doing, okay? I've told this story before, I'm gonna tell it again. When I was still fairly new with Scentsy, I did a party swap with someone I knew who sold Tupperware. So we agreed I would host a Tupperware party for her if she hosted a Scentsy party for me. She came to do my Tupperware party. She asked if she could arrive an hour before the party started, which to me seemed like a little bit much, but sure, come on over. She came over, she brought her mom with her to help, and the 2 of them made 3 trips back and forth to her van into my house with a load of stuff, back to her van into my house with a load of stuff. The amount of product that she brought was, I mean, it was awesome to be able to actually see basically everything in the catalog in person. But my first thought was, oh my gosh, how much money did she have to spend on her business? And I could never do that, okay? So you want it to be easy. So there is a 1 bag in, 1 bag out rule. 1 bag when you are doing a party. I use, it's heavy, so I'm not going to lift it up, but I use a 31 tote. They have the large utility tote, so it's the biggest one that they carry. We also have these guys. They don't look like this anymore, but we do still have these. They're in the Scentsy Success store. It's a reusable bag, or I think it's called recyclable bag in the Scentsy Success store. And I can't remember if you get 3 or 5 in a pack. It's basically like a Costco bag. So it is big and it folds up, and it's got 2 sizes of handles on it. These are what I used when I first was doing parties, and they work perfect. You can fit lots of stuff in here, and then you're just carrying 1 big bag in and 1 big bag out. Simple is better. You don't want to bring too much stuff. I usually bring 1 warmer and 1 mini warmer. If I have the warmer of the month, I'll bring that. If not, I'll bring something that's a pretty good seller. Crystal Ice up here would be a good one to bring. I bring my diffuser, and I bring a Scentsy Go, and then whatever else I have. So if I have a wall fan, I'll bring a wall fan. I'll bring car bar, I'll bring laundry stuff if I have it, I'll bring some of the body products, whatever I have on hand, I'll bring it just so that they can see it and touch it and stuff. But again, 1 bag. So don't bring everything in the catalog. You do not have to think that you need to buy a whole bunch of extra product for this. What comes in your starter kit is good enough to do a party with. You don't need anything extra. If you're going to purchase things to bring to a party, over and above what comes in your starter kit, I would suggest an oil diffuser is huge, huge, huge. Mini warmer doesn't come in your starter kit, so it's good for them to see the size difference between a full-size warmer and a mini warmer, a tabletop base. And then the Scentsy Go and the wall fan, if you have those are also awesome to demo as well. But don't spend a ton of money on it. Wait until you have host rewards to spend on yourself, and then use your host rewards to get these things and sort of build up your party bag of products, okay? But don't feel like you need all of that stuff. You do not. The most important thing that you need are your testers. I get little baskets. I think I can show you my baskets. So I got these little baskets at Dollarama. I think they're like $3 a piece, and I tie a little tag on it with the category, so bakery, and then I just put my testers in these baskets, and I sort them by category that are in the catalog. And then these actually stack really neatly together while there's testers in them. So I sort them out at home ahead of time, and I just stack them up and I put them in my big bag to bring with me. So this is the most important thing you can bring to a home party is your testers. Then what I do is, instead of just bringing catalogs and order forms to pass out, I got these super cute little, they're like sparkly gold clipboards, Dollarama. I got 10 of them. And then I put all of the paperwork that I want to pass out to my guests at a party. I put that all on here, because most of the time we're not sitting around a kitchen table. We're sitting in the living room, on the couch. People are sitting on the floor, like it's anywhere. So this way they actually have something to sit on their lap. They can jot down things as they're looking through the catalog. Keeps it all kind of neat and tidy. I'll show you really quickly what I put in here. So this envelope I'm going to talk about in a bit. A catalog, because that's important. An order form. I highlight the parts at the top that I need them to fill out. It is very important that you make sure that every guest fills out all of their contact info here so that you can properly follow up with them after the party. If they just put their name, ask them to fill out the rest for you, at least the email and the phone number. And if people seem a little like iffy about whether they want to put that there, it's just so that I can follow up with you and make sure you got your order okay after the fact. I'm not going to harass you. So that's what that is. And then a love it list. So this is a list of all 80 scents that are in the catalog, and then there's just like, love, or not so much. So as they go through a category basket of testers, they can check off whether they like it, love it, or not so much. And that way by the end, and they've sniffed all 80 scents that we have in our catalog, they're gonna have a record of which ones they liked, because it's really hard to smell all of the testers and then remember which ones you liked from each category. And then I always tell people, this is a really great thing. Write your name on it so you don't get it confused with somebody else's. Take it home with you. Snap a picture of it on your phone if you lose papers like I do all the time. But it's good to keep so that you have a record of which scents you like. When you need more wax down the road, you're not going to need to sniff them all over again. You'll be able to look at your list and see which ones that you know that you liked, and order more. I also have the bundle and save packages are on here. I've posted this in the team page, so you guys can go back and find it. I will try to post it in the comments afterwards if I can remember. This has all of the bundle and save packages here on the side, and then it also has the host rewards chart down at the bottom, and then my info. So that's that, and I put it all on this clipboard so it's easy to hand out. As they come in, everybody gets a clipboard. Some tips for doing home parties. You want to remember that we are not in the business of making sales. We are in the business of creating relationships. Okay, it's a relationship business. It's not a sales business. So it's all about literally making new friends. That is the most important thing you can do when you are doing a Scentsy party, is make a point to chit chat with every single person there. As they're coming in, it could be chaotic. Your host is probably in the kitchen getting some snacks ready, running around still cleaning, or whatever it is she's doing. Make sure that you make a point to introduce yourself to everybody as they come in, kind of on a one-on-one thing. Try to remember their names. I'm so terrible with names. I'm really, really awful for that. But do your best to remember their names. And then just chit chat with them, make friends. You don't have to talk about Scentsy the whole time you are there. You can start up conversations. I love your shirt. Where did you get your shirt? Or if you overhear a conversation, oh, you have a son. How old is your son? Oh, I have 3 girls. You know what I mean? Talk about your kids. Talk about work. Ask them about their work. Just be friendly, be yourself, relax, and make new friends. But try to make a point to chat at some point during the party with every single person there. Don't be the consultant that's just kind of sits back in the corner and just kind of waits for someone to come up to you with orders. You don't want to do that. You don't want to just sit in the corner. You want to actually mingle and talk with people. Eat the snacks, like feel comfortable. You are a guest in that house just as much as everyone else is. Snacks are one of my favorite parts of doing home parties. Snacks and wine. Wine makes it easier too. But chit chat with everybody. And then when everyone's arrived and it's party time, everyone will kind of eventually start sitting down wherever it is the area that you have set up your stuff. You can start passing out your clipboards and a pen to each person, and then just ask your host, are we expecting anyone else, or are we ready to get started? A presentation is really, really important. I know some people say that you don't have to do a presentation. I think it's really, really important, but it doesn't have to be a big, long spiel. You don't have to stand up in front of everybody and talk for half an hour. You can talk for 10 minutes. You actually don't want to go longer than 10 minutes, because at the 10-minute mark is when you're going to lose people's attention. They're going to get bored, and they're not really going to be listening to anything coming out of your mouth anymore. There are a ton of different games you can play. My favorite to start out with is the My Story game. I have my Scentsy story typed up. I can post it actually, because I used a template for this game before. And it's basically you give something to the first person next to you. I usually do a scent circle. You can do a car bar. You can do a bar wax. You can print off a coupon for $5 off their order. Whatever it is you want to do. You want a little prize type of thing. Pass it to the first person beside you and just say, I'm going to read you my Scentsy story, tell you how I got into the business and what this business can do for you. And then every time you hear me say the word Scentsy, I want you to pass that to the person on your left. And whoever ends up with it when I'm done talking gets to keep it and take it home. Super easy way to get everybody to listen to your Scentsy story, to why you do Scentsy, what you love about it, and what it can do for them. Everyone is going to be having fun. It's going to be relaxed. You're not going to feel weird about talking at them so much, because they're fun. They're having fun. They're playing a game. That's my favorite one. So that's usually how I start it off. And then I'll explain to them what they have on their clipboard. So if everyone takes a look at their clipboard, this is what you've got here. This is your catalog. I'll point out in the catalog that at the very back, there are bundle and save packages. These can save you a lot of money. There's a fold out at the back with all of the products listed on it. So that's a really good way to narrow down your decision when it's time to pick your warmer. The order form, I'll explain I need this all filled out at the top. I'll explain the love it list and that they can mark down which ones they like as they're sniffing. And then everyone has a blank envelope. This is one of my favorite ways to book more parties, you guys. I have been doing this exact same envelope game for 8.5 years since I started, and my regular hosts know to expect it, and they still love it, and it still works. So I'm not changing a thing. Everybody has a blank envelope in their clipboard, so you can pull it out, hold it up, show me that you found it. Don't open it yet. Inside your envelope is a prize. Everybody here has a prize in their hand. One of you has the grand prize, which is a full-size warmer, any warmer you want, up to a $66 value. And you don't have to do prizes like this, you guys. You can do whatever prizes you want. What I do is let me finish. I'll finish this first. I'm getting offhand. Okay, there's a prize inside. One person has the grand prize, a full-size warmer, up to $66 value of your choice. There are mini warmers in those envelopes. There are free tubs of our washer whiffs in those envelopes. There are free 6-packs of wax. There are free body products in your envelopes. So everybody is holding a free gift in their hand. When you decide, don't say if, when you decide you want to host your own Scentsy get-together like we're doing here tonight, you get to open your envelope. And the prize that you have inside is going to be a free gift for you as a thank you from me on top of all of the host rewards you're gonna get. So just like our host tonight, you are gonna earn free host credit to spend on Scentsy, free credit to spend on whatever you like, and half price items. Plus you get your extra thank you gift from me when you choose your date to have your Scentsy get together tonight. If they have it in their hand, you guys, they're gonna be like, oh, what's in there? I wanna know what's in my hand. So a lot of the time you will get people saying, okay, I'll book a party, I have to open this envelope. They get really excited about it. Or they might not say that right away. They might wait till later. They might wait till they're giving you their order and you're filling out their order form with them, and then they'll say, you know what, I'm gonna open that envelope. But because they have it in their hand, in their lap that whole time, they are thinking about it, okay? And that's what's important. I don't explain every single product we have. So my presentation starts with my story, and I usually make that a game so that it's fun and not boring. I explain everything that's in there on their clipboards, and then I will say, do we have any Scentsy virgins here? If you are a Scentsy virgin, if you have never used Scentsy in your home, raise your hand. I love it when there's lots of hands raised. Scentsy virgins are the best, they're the most fun. But then that way you can kind of gauge. If everybody already has Scentsy warmers and know how they work, then I don't have to talk too much about how to use your Scentsy warmer. But if there's a bunch of virgins in the room, then I'll make sure I explain it properly. So I will just explain what a Scentsy warmer is, how it's not burning anything, it's only warming the wax, it's really safe if you have kids or pets around. This is what a bar looks like. Break off a cube, put it in top. One cube is gonna last at least 20 hours before it runs out of scent. Different sizes of warmers. This is a mini warmer, this is a full-size warmer. This is how they work. And then I will say, has anyone seen or used a Scentsy oil diffuser before? Raise your hand if you have. And then this is the diffuser, this is how it works. I usually will do warmers, the oil diffuser, and I'll show the Scentsy Go. And then I'll just say, okay, that's it for me. That's all I have to talk about. If you guys have questions about anything else in the catalog, there is so much more in the catalog that I'm not going to bore you talking about. But if you have any questions about anything, just let me know at any time throughout the party and I can explain that to you. And feel free to touch things and pick things up and check them out. So let's start sniffing. And then I'll just pick up my baskets and I'll start passing out baskets. And then everyone kind of relaxes and they'll go get snacks and they'll start sniffing. A lot of the time, if your host has snacks and stuff out, they will be ignored until the very end of the party because people are really excited to just sniff. And then that's when we just kind of start mingling, listen to conversations, join in conversations, answer their questions as they're going through the catalog. That's the fun part. It's really is a lot of fun. I only do parties 2 hours. So either like a 2 to 4 in the afternoon or a 7 to 9 in the evening. So it doesn't take a whole lot of time. And then I like to play games at about the halfway mark. So about an hour into the party, I'll just say, okay guys, let's put down the sniffers. Let's give your noses a break. Everyone's probably feeling overwhelmed from all of the testers they've been smelling at this point. Let's play a quick game. Easy, simple games. I really like to do the how well do you know your host game. So before the party, I have a little paper. I'll post that here after too. I have a little paper that I pass to the host and I just say, when you have a second, just fill that out for me and give it back. It's for a game we're gonna play later. And it's just a little survey, funny facts about them. So we take a break, we're gonna play a quick game for a prize. You will need your pen and something to write on. I usually suggest they just flip over their Love It list and use the back of their Love It list to write on. I had our host fill out a survey before the party. I'm gonna ask you guys the same questions. You need to jot down what you think she answered with. Hush, hush, no cheating. Don't give any hints. And then at the end, whoever got the most right wins a prize. And again, it can be a little coupon that you print up for a free scent circle with their order, or $5 off their order, or whatever it might be. You can use your old testers and you can put together like the discontinuing testers that you're gonna be pulling out of your testers when you get your new transition set. You're gonna collect old testers. After a while, it's gonna be crazy. You're gonna have so many. Use your old testers, put them in a little tiny gift bag, 5 or 6 old testers, and tie it with a ribbon. They can take that home. They can put it upside down in their warmer. The wax will melt out and they can just toss the container. So it's like it's free Scentsy wax in fragrances that aren't available. People get really excited about that. So you can just have a little basket with different little bags of old testers in them and use those as prizes. So there's tons of things that you can use for prizes where you don't have to spend a whole lot of money on them. But that game is really fun, and it really gets people talking and interacting with each other, and you learn stuff about people as they're playing too. Oh, Melissa, come back and watch the replay. But I like to do that just simple, really fun game halfway through the party, just to kind of lighten things up, keep people talking, keep people interacting. And then at that point, normally after the game we play, people will start coming to you with orders. So I like to kind of set myself up somewhere where I have somewhere to write. On the coffee table, I tend to sit on the floor a lot of the time. Maybe it's because I have kids. That's just kind of what I usually end up doing. So I'll just find myself a spot on the coffee table, or if we're in the kitchen, I'll go to the end of the island or whatever, somewhere where I can write stuff down. And then just as they come up to me with their orders, I will help them fill it out. Upselling is really great to do here when someone comes to you with their order. Make sure you're chit-chatting with them. You know, what did you like? What did you love that you're not getting tonight? Okay, find out what they want, but they're not necessarily buying. Because these are reasons that they're going to want to have their own party, right? So have that conversation. Upselling doesn't have to be salesy. You don't have to be pushy. Just look at what they're ordering. If they have 3 bars of wax written down, you could say, did you want to do the buy 5, get 1 free? You could get 6 bars. You buy 5, you get 1 bar free. You get 6 bars for $40. Most of the time they say yes, because that's an easy, if I buy 2 more, I get 1 free. Right? If they have a couple warmers in there, you could say, did you want to do the perfect Scentsy bundle? You could put these 2 mini warmers that you wanted in a bundle with 6 bars of wax, and you'd save however much that bundle saves you. I don't even know. $21, I think, for the perfect Scentsy. So it's really not hard. They're going to appreciate you saving them money and getting them more stuff, and getting them a good deal. So use your bundle and saves. I usually have a catalog open in front of me to the bundle and save page when people are coming up with me with their orders, so that I can make sure they're getting the best deal that they can. But have those conversations as you're taking their order and filling out their order form, and say, you know, if you really wanted that diffuser, we should do a party because you could get it for half price. And that darn envelope is going to be sitting in their hand, driving them crazy. And most of the time I will ask when I'm done their order and I've filled it out and we've done the payment, I've given them their copy of the receipt. I usually ask them if they want to take the catalog home with them, and then I'll ask, did you want to open up your envelope? If they say no, I take it back. That's the end of it, no big deal. I asked, they said no, but they might change their mind down the road. You never know. You've planted that seed, right? But you want to make sure that you ask everybody if they want to open their envelope at the end of the party as well, because now that they've gone through it and they've seen what a party is like and how much fun they had, they might want to open it when they weren't sure before. Okay, I talked a long time about home parties, but I really love home parties. So that's how I do a home party. If you have any questions, I'm going to post all of these things that I talked about in the comments later, I promise. That is my absolute favorite way to do a party. There are different ways to do parties. You can do a home party that's a fundraiser, where instead of the host earning the host rewards, she gets all of your commission, and you donate your commission to whatever the cause is. I had one that I did in October for one of my really good customers. Her daughter is a speed skater, and she was going to the nationals, and it was going to be really expensive. So she was trying to do fundraising to get her daughter to the speed skating nationals. So I said, let's do a Scentsy party. Instead of host rewards, she'll get my commission to go towards her trip. You can call it a sip and sniff. That is my favorite way to do it, is a sip and sniff. I will bring a bottle of wine and my testers. You invite your friends over. Super easy, super casual, super fun. Wine always helps. Just people get a little bit more relaxed. They buy more. It's a lot of fun that way. You can do a coffee mom's play date Scentsy party in the middle of a Saturday afternoon. You know, everyone brings their kids. The kids go play or watch a movie. Usually the husband ends up stuck in the basement with the kids, and the moms can drink coffee and smell Scentsy. I have even done those at the McDonald's play place. Let's just invite your friends. We will all meet at McDonald's. I'll bring my testers. We'll spread them out on the table. We will get to drink coffee. The kids will go play. It'll be awesome. So there's lots of different ways you can do it. So make sure you're open to that. And when you're talking to people about possibly having a party, you can kind of tailor it to who they are and what you think would work best for them. Melissa, do you have a little checklist you follow when asking questions, taking orders? No, I don't. I could probably make one up. It's just in my head. I just kind of naturally do it at this point, really. But it's really, it's based on the person I'm talking to. You know what I mean? Like, I look at their order form and what they've written down, and I'll just chit chat about what they're ordering. Like, oh, that warmer is gorgeous. You're going to love it. Have you seen the mini warmer version of it? It's almost the same. It's super, super cute. You know, or was there any, the biggest thing is, was there anything else that you really wanted that you're not getting today? And something I forgot to mention is that you can take notes on their order form about things that you talk about with that person. So if Susie bought a warmer and wax and it's her first time ever using Scentsy, and she was really interested in a diffuser but she couldn't afford it, then after I peel off her back copy and give it to her, I'm just gonna write a little note in the corner of her order form, first time using Scentsy or Scentsy Virgin or whatever, and really wants a diffuser. And then that way, when I go back and follow up with her after the party to see how she's enjoying her warmer, I will ask her, did you have any questions about how to use it? How are you liking it so far for your first warmer? And then I can bring it up again when I'm talking to her later doing follow-ups. I know you really wanted that diffuser. We have a 10% off sale this month. It's a really great time to grab one. Or we could get you your own get-together with some friends and you could get it for half price. So it kind of reminds you of certain personal things to bring up with them later. Also, things that have nothing to do with Scentsy. Again, it's a relationship business. It's all about creating those relationships. And if they feel a connection with you, if they like you, and they get along with you well, and you know, small chat and all that kind of stuff is going well, they're going to be more likely to book a party with you or to want to join your team or just to be loyal to you and continue ordering from you in the future. So little things like, let's say a guest was mentioning that her son's birthday is next weekend and they're having a water slide party. I will remember that. And then after her order is placed, I'll just jot down son's birthday party next weekend, water slide party. Just little things that will make me remember who it was and what we talked about. So that when I text them, you know, a week later, 2 weeks later, after their orders have been delivered to the host, I will say, it's Trista from Sarah's Scentsy Party. Just wanted to make sure you got your order okay and you're happy with it. How did little Johnny's water slide party turn out? Do you know what I mean? And then you're having a conversation about her kids that has nothing to do with Scentsy. But you're creating that relationship. You are creating that loyalty and you're building that relationship, which is really, really important. So the reason that home parties, I think, are the best thing you can possibly do is because it's hard to make that one-on-one connection with people if you are not face-to-face with them, if you're not actually meeting them in person. You can do it with a Facebook party. It is possible. It's just a lot harder because it's not as personal, sending messages back and forth, okay? So, home parties. I literally meant to talk for 5 minutes about home parties and I've been talking for half an hour. Basket parties are my second kind of party. So when I'm talking to somebody about possibly being a host and having a party for themselves, my first suggestion is a home party, always. If they say no to the home party, I am not going to give up. I'm going to say, well, what about taking a party bag with you to work for a week? I used to say, what about a basket party? But people don't know what a basket party is. So I just find it easy to just say, what about taking a party bag with you for a week? Take it to work, take it to school, take it to play dates with your kids' friends, family dinners, wherever you go. Excuse me. Take it with you and share it. And then all you do is collect your friends and coworkers and everyone else's orders with this bag and get it back to me at the end of the week. And you still get all of the same benefits as if you had a party, but you don't have to do the actual party. You don't have to clean your house. You don't have to send out invitations. You don't have to worry about people not showing up. It's a lot easier way to do it. That is always my second choice if they don't want to do the home party. And I'll show you real quick how I do my basket parties. Again, this is just how I do it. There are so many different ways to do basket parties or bag parties or pouch parties. grab bags, whatever you want to call them. If you Google it or you go on YouTube, you will find a ton of ideas. Some people send an actual basket, a big basket with a warmer and cleaning products and different things for them to try and use. I like to keep it simple. That's too much for me to remember who has what and what's gone where. It's just too much. So this is what I do for a basket party. Or a bag party. I've been calling them bag parties. I just started calling them grab bags. It just makes it seem like it's not a party. Do you want to take my grab bag for a week and collect orders? That's not saying, do you want to host a party? Because if you say, do you want to host a party, people are more likely to say no. I don't really understand what the whole taboo is with the word party, but do you want to take a grab bag for a week and earn some free stuff? It's all in the wording. So this is how I do them. I just got these little bags at Dollarama. This is just a transition set of testers. So when I'm ordering my new business supplies for a new catalog, I buy 4 sets, usually 4 or 5 sets of transition testers. 1 set I will add to my full set so that I have a full set of current testers to take when I do home parties. The other 4 sets are for my bag parties. So I don't send all 80 testers with someone. I just send the transition testers. Most of the time, that's all they really want to smell anyway. That's the most important, is the new scents that are coming out in the catalog. So like for spring, summer, it's going to be all the new spring and summer scents, right? And that's really what people want to smell. I put a little tag on here, smell me. I just thought that was cute. I found that at Dollarama. And then in the inside, it's just testers. I usually add in a couple extra things, whatever I have on hand. So in this one, I've got a room spray and a car bar, just so they can see that there are other things and try them. Sometimes I'll put a hand cream in there for people to try out. And then I've got the paperwork. This is just tucked in the bag with the testers. If you watched my video on my grab bags that I did the other day when I was out doing deliveries in the van, I had a really cute little bag, like document folder bag thing that I found at Dollarama. They're all out with host right now, so I can't show you, but it's just a really cute little zipper bag I found at the dollar store, and it keeps all of your paperwork kind of neat and tidy and together, so it's not kind of loose in the bag. But anyway, that's a good idea. So I have my little grab bag party description at the front. Again, I showed this when I talked about my Bring Back My Bar grab bags. Welcome to the party that you can sniff and share. Take me wherever you go, school, work, coffee dates. The more you share, the more these testers do their best work. Wherever you go, bring attention to me. The more orders you collect, the more you get for free. Shipping is 10% of the order total, then add tax. If your party passes $665, everyone gets free shipping. Once you're all done, pass the bag back to me with order forms and payments. You'll be able to shop with free credit and half off items. Can't wait to see how much you get for free. And then at the bottom in bold, it says, ask me how you can keep this party and start making money with your Scentsy addiction using your host rewards. So that's gonna bring up the conversation about the host exclusive starter kit and how they can use this as their business launch party. Okay, and then I've got order forms. I usually put about 8 order forms in there. Again, all highlighted and ready to go. This is also very important, the highlighted parts when you're sending out a bag party, because you're not actually there when the person is filling out their order form. So you want to also mention to your host when you're giving her the bag, if she could make sure that they put their contact info there. You're not going to harass people. It's just so that you can properly follow up with them and take care of them after the fact. So order forms, 2 catalogs. I don't really send a whole lot more than that unless the host specifically asks me for more. She might be planning on leaving a few in the lunchroom at work. You know what I mean? Like whatever, however she plans on doing it, she might want more. I usually just do 2. I have taped my Scentsy story onto the front there. So what the business has done for me, where it's taken me, some of the trips we've earned, and then I added the little flyer about the supersize kit in January for this month. Normally it's just the top half of that, just my story. It's really important to have things like this in a bag party because you're not there to talk about it in person. So the more personal you can make this, the better, because you're not actually meeting them. You still want them to feel like they're ordering from a real person, and let them kind of get to know you a little bit. So put your picture on there, put a picture of your family on there, and then just talk about why you sell Scentsy, what you love about it, where you're hoping it's going to take you. You know, you don't have to have a crazy awesome story. You don't have to have earned free trips to have a good story and tell people a little bit more about yourself here. And I like to put one on the front of every catalog, so that anybody who's looking through this is going to see my face and they're going to read my story. Chances are when they pick this up, they're going to read it. And then I also have the Warmer of the Month flyer with a sample. And this month I have a list of discontinuing scents. So any flyers, like at Christmas time I had the holiday flyer, holiday brochure in there. Anything that's current that's going on, you want to just put in there. But that's basically it. That's how I do a bag party. So like I said, a bag party or a basket party is always my second option when I'm talking about somebody doing a party. Sometimes you can also use this along with a home party. So if they're having a home party, but they're not sure everyone can make it, I will usually ask, do you want me to send you a grab bag with testers a week before your party? That way you can take it to work, and then anyone who can't make it to your party can still smell and place orders to count for your party total. So that can be a really good kind of boost for a home party sales, is giving her a bag party a week before, leading up to her party. Follow-up is huge on basket parties because you're not meeting. The only person, here's my laundry. The only person that you are having that one-on-one personal conversation with normally is your host. So it's very important that when you go through the order forms, send everyone a text as you're going through the order forms when you're closing the order, and just say, this is Trista from so-and-so's Scentsy party. Just want to say thank you so much for your order. I'm inputting it tonight. It should be in within 2 to 3 weeks. And then if you have any questions, let me know. That way they have your text, they have your number. If they have questions, they can ask you, and you're starting that relationship that way. Very, very important that you connect with every single person once they have their orders in. Third type of party is online parties. You guys, I've been talking forever. I need to just... Online parties are super, super fun. Online party is always my last resort if I'm talking to someone about doing a party. Online party I always do on Facebook, and I do it as a live party. So I will set up a Facebook event, and I will have the event go for a week. So when I'm talking to someone about booking a Facebook party, I'll say, I like to set up your Facebook event a week in advance, but I like to do my Facebook parties as live parties so that it's as close to an actual party as possible. So let's pick a day that you would be able to be available to be online for the party at that time. It usually only goes for about half an hour, and then I just go live in the event page. I'll do a demo of a few of our products and talk about our specials and stuff like that. They tend to do best on weeknights. And I find 9 o'clock is a perfect time evening to do it, because most people are at home on a Tuesday night or a Wednesday night at 9 o'clock. Most people's kids are in bed and they have time to themselves around that time. So that's when I usually like to do the Facebook live party. So I'll have my host pick her time for the live party, and then I'll set up the event page a week in advance. And then I post every day in the event. You could do an event, a Facebook event page. You could do it as a group if you'd like. I have heard lots of people who much prefer doing it in a group, because you can schedule your posts in a group. So you can go into the Facebook group for so-and-so's party, and you can type out your first post and then schedule the post for Tuesday at 9 a.m. And you can schedule all of your posts for that party for the whole week, and then just let it go. And then just check in after the posts have posted and answer questions and comments and like things and stuff like that. I haven't been organized enough to do that yet. I still do it in a Facebook party, and then I just take a half hour out of my day at lunchtime usually and go through my Facebook events and make my posts for the day. But I usually post one special every day, so a special or a promo or something about a product, something about Scentsy. And then about a half hour later, an hour later, I'll post a game. I like to play Simon Says in my Facebook groups, our Facebook parties. So every day there's a new Simon Says to play. Simon Says, post a picture of your favorite warmer that you have at home. Simon Says, combine 2 scents from the catalog and give it a name. Simon Says, what's the last thing you ate? If the last thing you ate was a Scentsy scent, what would it be? Post the ugliest candle you can find on Google. Whatever, there are tons of them. And it just keeps people interactive and going. And then I give people points for playing along with the games. I will private message all of the guests who have RSVP'd the day before we do the live party. I'll post in the event page and just say, check your messages. If we're not Facebook friends, it might be in your message requests. So make sure you check your messages, but you have a message from me about all of the points we've been earning all week and what they're gonna be for. And then I send everyone a private message. I can probably post my outline. I need to do some tweaking to it, but I can probably post my outline to share with you guys. But I'll just send a message saying, thank you so much for RSVPing to Sarah's live Facebook party. Can't wait to see you at 9 p.m. tomorrow night. You know, hope you can join us. Here's how the points are gonna work. All the points that you've been getting for playing games are gonna add up. You get 20 points for joining us for the live party tomorrow night at 9 p.m. just for joining in. And then every order of $40 or more gets you 5 points. And then the person with the most parties at the end of this party is gonna get a free, whatever you want your prize to be, a free mini warmer of their choice, whatever it is. You decide how much you want to spend and use for that personal special. But that gets people excited about actually joining in for the live party. And laundry. I feel like doing a live is really, really, really important for a Facebook party. You just have to get over yourself and just do it. The more you do it, the more comfortable you will get doing it. And it's very, very similar to an in-home party. When I'm doing the live demo, I'll introduce myself, tell them a little bit about my Scentsy story and why I do it, and talk about my kids. And then I literally just, this is a warmer, this is how it works. This is a mini warmer, this is how it works. This is an oil diffuser. I'm not gonna talk about everything, just the main products that we have in the catalog. And then after the live demo, I will post each product category in the party page. So I'll post warmers and wax. And I used to get all kinds of pictures and flyers and stuff from different Facebook groups to do this. I have been keeping it simple this past catalog season, and it has been awesome. I have screenshots of the entire fall winter catalog, the current catalog. I have the whole catalog in pictures. So I'll post warmers and wax, and then I'll just put the pictures of the catalog pages that have warmers and wax. And then I'll put the shopping link to the party. So if you go to your website, you make sure you select the party that you're doing so that the party is selected, and then go to this warmers and wax section and then copy and paste that link and put that in the comments so that when they see it, they see warmers and wax, they see the catalog page with the warmers and wax, and they can click on it and it takes them right to the party shopping page for warmers and wax. So I'll do that for every category. I'll do oil diffusers, I'll do kids, I'll do cleaning products, post them all that way. So it's really, really easy for them to shop after they've done a live, after they've seen the live demo. And then I close the party the next day. Don't leave it too long. People are going to forget about it and they're going to not care anymore. And it's just, you have to be fairly quick on it. So close the party the next day. So make sure you tell them they have until the next day at this and this time to place their orders. If they order online, it ships directly to them. If they want to save a little bit on shipping, they can send you a message and pick up their order from the host. Janice, a sample of what? I would love to. Just let me know what you want to see, like my Facebook, my write-up, or like the posts that I make. I can share it all. I just have to, it's a little bit messy. I just have it in my notes on my phone, and then I just copy warmers and wax in the description, and then I just paste it to the Facebook event, and then I go back to my notes and I copy and I paste it. Yeah, I can share that for you for sure. I'm doing a Facebook party next week, so I have to kind of tidy up my outline anyway. So when I have that done, I'll share it here for you guys to see for sure. Actually, I think I have some screenshots from a past party that I can actually do too. Yeah, I'll share some screenshots. I'll figure I'll figure it out. I'll share it with you. That's how I do a Facebook party. So the going live part I find is really, really, really important. And points and playing games so that people know that they are getting something out of it. I feel like the games are what gets them looking at the event page. And then once they're there playing that game, they see the product posts that you're making throughout the week. So that I found has been the best way for it to work for me. I did not plan on talking for an hour, you guys, and I'm only halfway through the notes that I wanted to talk about. I want to talk about how to get bookings, how to get parties booked. That is the biggest thing I hear, is that I've asked everybody, nobody wants to host a party. I can't get any orders. Well, what have you tried? Because posting on your Facebook wall saying, who wants to host a Scentsy party with me? And getting 0 comments and then getting down about it and saying you failed and ready to quit. That is not trying. That is not trying. By all means, post on your Facebook group that you're looking for hosts who want free stuff. By all means, that is awesome. But you have to have one-on-one conversations with people and ask each person in a conversation individually if they want to have a party. Like I said before, I find it really beneficial to avoid saying, do you want to host a party? And I usually start a conversation with someone about something completely unrelated from Scentsy. So let's talk about their kids. Look at their Facebook. Like, oh, she started a new job this week. So I'll send her a message and say, how's the new job going? How do you like it? You know, and then it can just come up in conversation. You know, how are things with you? She tells you about herself, and then she says, what about you? And I'll say, great, I'm actually really busy with Scentsy. Scentsy going really well. I actually wanted to ask you, would you be interested in having some friends over to smell the new spring and summer scents in February, and earning free product for yourself? So I should really go get that laundry. So it's really about how you word it, and it's really about making it a personal one-on-one conversation and not just all about Scentsy. You don't want them to think, oh, Trista's messaging me again. She wants me to buy something, you know? You want it to be a friendly relationship kind of relationship. But you have to ask, and you have to ask everybody, and you have to ask one-on-one. Doing your follow-ups is super, super important. If you don't have the Amy app yet, get the Amy app. Go through your daily to-do list on the Amy app, and it shows you who you need to follow up with that day. It shows you when they ordered last, what they ordered, so you can text them and say, hey, Sarah, I wanted to make sure you're still enjoying your warmer and 3 bars. You know, do you need anything yet? Or did you know that I provide free replacement bulbs? Just checking in with people. And then ask, the new catalog's coming out, or it's 10% off this month. Would you be interested in having some friends together to take advantage of the 10% off sale? Or the new catalog is coming, or whatever. Every order you get, every time somebody contacts me and says, I need to order some bars. Can I order a 6-pack with your next order? I will say, yeah, did you want to take one of my tester bags for the week maybe and just smell first so you can pick your scents? Most people will say yes. People like to smell before they buy. And then when I'm handing them my grab bag party, keep it for the week, take your time. And then if you want to take it to work with you and gather some orders from coworkers or something, if you get 7 people to order 6 packs of wax, you get free credit to half price items to shop with for yourself. So it's very easy, if you word it right, to turn somebody just wanting to smell and order for themselves into a basket party. Booking games at parties, I think I've talked about all of them. I talked about the ones that I do at the party, the envelope game. You can do the envelope game. You can do booking bags, which is essentially the same thing as the envelope game. You just have 3 gift bags, 1, 2, and 3 numbered, tissue paper and ribbon and whatever. And then inside you have a little slip of paper with the prize. And then anyone at the party who wants to book a party, they get to pick a bag. I like the envelope game because they have it in their hands. I feel like it's I don't know. They want to know what's in that envelope because they're touching it and they have it in their hands the whole time they're flipping through the catalog and stuff. You could use a booking wheel. I have mine right here. I can show you. This guy is from IKEA, $24.99. Coolest thing I ever bought. So you can take this with you to a party, and you can actually put little sticky notes on here with prizes. So if they book a party, they get to spin the wheel. I also have this on my table when I do events and sales, craft sales and stuff, so that people can book parties that way. When I do Facebook parties, I have this behind me. And then at any point during my live demo, if you want to put a date in the comments of when you want to do your own Facebook party, I will spin this wheel for you. And then I'll send you a message and let you know what prize you got. So if you got pink, I will send you a message and let you know what the pink prize is for booking your own Facebook party. So that's a good idea too. I've also done, after you do the live demo part in your party, I'll post a picture of gifts. I have a picture of 3 different colored presents, and it'll literally just be, let's play a quick game, pick your gift color, and I will send you a message with what's inside. And then so they will comment and they'll say, I want the pink one. And then I'll message that person. It has to be a private message. You can't do it publicly and offer a personal special, but I'll message that person and just say, thanks so much for playing. The pink gift is a free mini warmer when you book your own Scentsy party. Can we pick a date? So that's booking games are very, very important, because you want to go into every party, no matter what kind of party it is, with the goal of booking at least 2 more parties from it, because you want that snowball effect and you want to get more parties. The more parties you do, the easier it is to get more parties from them, and you are just going to expand your network really, really quickly the more parties you do. That's it. I think that's it. Anybody have any questions? Now that I've talked at you for an hour. So parties are super important. There are tons of different ways to do them. Biggest thing for me is keep them super, super simple. Don't feel like you have to spend a bunch of money or time on them. Simple is best. You want people to want to do your job. How many times does it go off before it just stops? You want people to want to do your job. And that's another thing too, is every time somebody's placing an order with me at a party, it's another thing you can bring up in conversation is, have you ever thought about selling Scentsy yourself? That is a whole nother training. I'm gonna talk about growing your team and how to offer the business opportunity next week on Tuesday. But make sure you are sharing it like crazy right now, because we have that transition starter kit available. Every starter kit in January is the full fall winter starter kit, plus they get all the new spring summer testers and a whole pack of spring summer catalogs for free. So it's a wicked time to get started with Scentsy, because you get like a super size starter kit for the same price. So make sure you are sharing that with everybody. But that's it. So I'm going to log off. If you have not watched the In It to Win It challenge yet, make sure you go up in the announcement section and watch that and read all the details. You're gonna wanna be in the In It to Win It challenge, I promise. I'm gonna do another draw next Monday for that. So go out and book yourself some parties. I'll see you guys later.